Hi! In this video, we are doing 10 of the very common mistakes many of you make while preparing for the IELTS exam. And if you're making these mistakes, don't worry, we're gonna fix them today. Number 1. So if you keep asking yourself questions like, how many parts are there? What exactly should I prepare for? How long does the test last? You're not ready for the test. I know many students who got really low scores just because they didn't know what they're gonna face on the exam. So, first thing I recommend you is to learn how the test is structured. So there are 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Make sure you know how each of them works and how much time is going to be needed, is going to be used for each one. Also, make sure you know the question types in each section in order not to be surprised at the exam. And it's also quite important to know the directions. Every section of the test will have its own set of directions. Do not waste time on reading these or listening to these during the test. Go straight to the task at hand. Make sure to memorize all the directions long before the test. The only thing you have to pay attention to is the instructions like write no more than 2 words, for example, or no more than 3 words. Number 2. Now I want you to think how you're preparing for the listening section. And I'm pretty sure many of you listen to loads of podcasts, watch TV series, and try to be exposed to as much of the language as you can. Well done! Good job! But just listening is not enough. Once you've got used to listening to English, you have to practice. To get the maximum value of your listening, you need to turn passive listening into active one, which will greatly increase your comprehension and retention rates. So do something to the test. Fill in the gaps, answer the questions, make notes, whatever. You see, the passive quality of listening is great when you just want to sit back, relax, and listen to a piece of music or dialogue in a movie. It is not great, however, for productive learning sessions. Number 3. No matter how hard I try, I can hardly understand anything. Yeah, I hear my students say. So here, what you are doing is trying to improve too much, too quickly. You want to understand complex native level materials, but you are just not ready yet. Improve your level of English. I'm not going to teach you here how you can effectively do this, but I'm gonna tell you where to start. So one single word: phonetics. What does it mean to learn phonetics? First off, learn how to pronounce each individual sound and minimal pairs. Minimal pairs are pairs of words that sound almost exactly the same, usually with just one sound difference, like went and vent, worst, versed. You can watch a video about this here. Second off, learn basic reading rules. Do you know how to read these sound combinations? For example, this, and this. I'm going to teach you more in my next videos where I will concentrate solely on the listening section. Number 4. Do you know how to improve your speaking? I think there's a misconception that only if you practice with a native speaker, you'll succeed, but it's not true. I know a lot of students who are ready to pay a lot of money for so-called speaking lessons or who attend speaking clubs, but it's going to work only if your teacher is a qualified ESL teacher, English as a Second Language teacher. If they correct all your mistakes, if you concentrate on exam topics, and during the lesson you generate some ideas and come up with topic-related vocabulary. Otherwise, The outcome of your lessons will be as if you've just watched a video with a native speaker on YouTube. This is it. Number 5. I think I did very well in my speaking part of the exam. I answered the question, spoke quickly. In fact, I can already speak fluently, so why did I get 6.5 or just 6? I think my answer was worth at least a 7. Well, to speak fluently is not enough. Your speech should be first and foremost correct. You're expected to speak almost error-free, and to get more than 7, you have to be able to demonstrate an excellent range of vocabulary, and what's important, topic-related vocabulary, collocations and idioms on the topic, use a wide range of grammar constructions, and your speech should sound natural with good intonation and clear pronunciation. And just on a side note, you may have a slight or a strong accent, and it doesn't matter as long as you pronounce the words correctly, use stresses correctly, and your speech is easy to follow. Number 6. It's the most common mistake many of you make in the writing section of the exam. Answer the following questions now. Do you know IELTS essay types? Do you know how to structure your answer? Do you know any, so to say, magic structures to follow which can help you create an essay without thinking much about what you want to put in it? If no, do research on the internet and watch some videos. In my opinion, it's a good idea to learn such structures, but also keep in mind there are some dangers, as they ignore most of the things that contribute to a high score, such as task response, coherence and cohesion, grammar and vocabulary. What is great about such structures is that you can easily run off a 250-word essay in just 40 minutes, and they are really helpful in organizing your thoughts. Number 7. Some people falsely believe that reading section is the easiest part and stop preparing for it. Although it's not true, you may easily fail if you don't know anything about question types or, for instance, scanning and skimming techniques. And remember to always do something to the text. So it's a good idea to use reading practice tests, as they will help you to develop your skills, practice different types of questions, and enhance your vocabulary, which is actually the key to success. So on the one hand, the more vocabulary you know, the better you'll understand. And on the other hand, understanding each and every word is not enough. And you'll have to learn how to analyze the questions. By the way, if you're preparing with a tutor, read aloud and ask them to correct your mistakes. This way, you'll not only improve your pronunciation, but also your listening and reading. Number 8. The way you learn vocabulary. Do not think you need to learn every word you come across. It's impossible. It's impossible to know every word in a language, and often even native speakers don't understand every word that appears in a text. So do not forget about the context. Memorizing lists of words is not as effective as seeing word in context. So I recommend you to concentrate on topic-related vocabulary, also ignore slang and learn only those words, idioms and collocations you'll be able to use in any of the IELTS-related topics, or at least you'll be able to use them in different contexts. Number 9. When faced with a standardized exams like IELTS, many students say they know a lot more than they can demonstrate. It's often the result of inadequate and unsystematic learning. Do not digress. What I mean is, it's a very dangerous path to learn English without a system. I know how tempting it may be to do some crash courses like learn English with your favorite TV show, or how to start speaking in a month. Even doing tons of vocabulary exercises or whatever. What you need is to know exactly where you can apply your knowledge. So identify your strengths and weaknesses and concentrate on them. If you have problems with maps in the listening section, practice them. If you struggle with headings in the reading, practice. If you want to write good essays, well, just start writing more. As simple as that. So there's no magic pill, remember that. Number 10. Last but not least, create a useful study plan and decide when exactly you can achieve your desired score. Set a clear aim and go for it. Once you pass the test and get the score you need, you'll never have to do that again. So do it properly, do it well the first time, pass and relax. If you're not quite ready, just keep improving your English. I hope this helped, and thank you guys so much for watching it, and good luck! See you in the next videos. Bye!